Okay, so there was a strange thing, because I don't really know how to talk about this straight away, but there was a so yesterday, though I started I was looking at things and they were growing, right? So I don't think I'm gonna talk about what happened yesterday because I don't know. I can't explain. No. I can't explain exactly what. It's too recent affairs. It needs something to grow in the mind, but not grow. It was something to do with growing. But I'm not gonna use the word grow. I need to think about it. But there was also another thing which happened, which is interesting. It was about lights, and with lights, there's this thing happened one time, and I remember I was trying to get to sleep, and I look outside my window, and I see a weird light appear out of nowhere. It wasn't there normally, and it's not there now, and it's never there. It was only this particular time, so it was interesting. And it was kind of like it was in a dark area, in someone's garden, I think, neighbour's garden. There was not many lights around it, and and it was like it's like a lens flare, like from a camera almost. You can get lens flares with human eyes, I think. Yeah, you can, but well, you must have, unless I was saying things or possibilities. But yeah, and it was like almost like when you have a TV and it's RGB, red, green, blue, and it's like these thin strips of red, green, blue, very thin, and there were the flares, they were flaring off it, but it was like red, green, blue flares flaring off it. And I wasn't stationary as well, but I was just trying to explain the base shape, which was the main form of this light, because it's interesting. And it was kind of like, let me. It was kind of like almost, if you can look at this, okay, it's interesting. It was almost like, this right here, almost kind of, I don't know. It was something like that, but with a it was like RGB. Look, yes, this is it. This is good. It was something like, would you look at this? Look. It was like that almost, but like it was changing, and the flares were tiny little squares of RGB light. Okay, so it's that. Here's another good one. Actually, look at this. Okay, this here. It was like that. Okay, like that. And it was changing, was warping, and I was really obsessed with it because it's never there, and I don't know why it was there this time, and I couldn't make out where it was coming from because there should be nothing emitting light from that area, you know. It shouldn't. It was like on the edge of a street in someone's garden, and it was like yeah, it was like that pretty much, and it was changing, was warping, but not just RGB. It was different colors as well. Look, it was like plasma almost. You know, plasma is like a bluey thing. It was like that. Okay, and yeah, it was like that. And I was really obsessed with it because I wanted to know where it was coming from because it should have been coming from. It should be coming from some. It should actually be coming from somewhere, right? But I don't know where it's coming from, and it didn't make any sense, and I couldn't discern. It looks like it was floating. It was like literally floating, like in Stalker, right? You got those rogue balls of energies, right? And they go along. And they've played Stalker, but I feel like I've seen shit from it. I don't know. And I think they're in real life. They're like electricity balls, and they like spark along. It was kind of like that, but it was like floating. It was unnatural light. It wasn't right, and because of this, I started getting that intense fear of lights. Not now, fortunately, it didn't last. It was just for that night, and I just needed to get sleep because it was late. I think I think I needed to be up in the morning, so I needed to, I need to get to sleep. So I was like, I just gotta get to sleep, So I tried ignoring it, closing my blinds and everything, because I was just started fixing in other lights that didn't even make sense. Like, there was just normal lights now, not even the weird light, the big shape shifting plasma RGB flared up, like not even that one. There were different lights as well. I was all I was all focused on different ones as well. That light's usually not there. I'm noticing lights that aren't there. Where's that light coming from? I started wondering where lights are coming from, and that's where my obsession with stars started to come from as well, because I find them really fascinating. But yeah. So yes, and then I started the lights in my room, because I was trying to get to bed. I got blackout curtains, fortunately, blacked out all the light coming outside. Then I started having lights from my for example, I forgot, it was my Ethernet cable or something like that. I don't know, it was orange. Yeah, orange from like an Ethernet cable. So I had to get rid of that, unplugged it out. My PC still had its graphics card light on, so I had to completely unplug that from the power, to completely shut that off from the power, so no power was going through the lights. I had to unplug my Alexa, and then I have a little glass window with my door. You can actually see it right there. There was lights, just miscellaneous lights. I don't even know where from, just obviously around the house. I needed to be completely pitch black, because I couldn't trust any light at all. It needed to be completely pitch black. I needed to not be able to see anything, not be able to make out anything. Maybe my brain can make out stuff, but anything. I'd rather have my brain make out stuff than, than lights and be able to make out stuff, because lights are, they're the ones deciding what you see. The lights are deciding what you see. They're controlling your life. The lights are more powerful than you think. They control what you see. They control your vision. They control a lot of your vision. Is very important for people's abilities to be able to discern the truth and discern what's real. And the lights are the ones controlling all of that, right? So I just hated lights. I couldn't stand it for probably about 2 days. Grew out of it, unfortunately, because hating lights would be a pretty bad thing. I felt like I was going crazy, because lights are everywhere. I want to know the exact origin of lights. I still do now, to be honest. I still find it very fascinating when there's a light where I don't know where it's coming from. I just when I see a light and I'm thinking, where does the light come from? I'm not scared of it anymore. I'm not paranoid of it, but I do think, where is it coming from? I don't know. I don't want to know where it comes from. I don't know why. I just do. And I feel like, with stars, I would have gone crazy with stars. I know that what's emitting the stars, that it can be planets, it could be other stars, other galaxies, all far away. I don't know where they're coming from, but I know why there's light emitting from the sky. Why there's stars in the sky? But whilst back in the day, those people wouldn't know why there's stars in the sky. Where were those lights coming from? Why are there lights in the sky? I know kind of why, not the full reason, but at least I know enough to keep me satisfied, don't let me go crazy, because, there's a light in my garden. Motion sensor. Sometimes there's a cat, or even a hedgehog. Hedgehogs are the most fascinating. Hedgehogs are cool, not fascinating. They're not very fascinating, mainly because there's not much to say about them, really. To be honest, hedgehogs, not a lot to say about them at all. They're kind of cute. Sometimes there's foxes. I live in, it's kind of cool. Anyway, so, lights. Yeah, stars. I like the other day, actually, there was Jupiter and the moon. Jupiter was really bright, and the moon, it was pretty cool. I quite like it. Maybe I'm gonna get a telescope. This is too expensive. The thing is, there's a lot of hobbies I want to get into, but the problem is I don't know if I would like them, and I don't know if I would do them long term enough to where I want to invest a lot of my money in. Like a telescope. I would love to have a telescope and look in the sky, but because you could start small. But how do I know when I like it? I don't know. Maybe it's just one of urge, mainly is what happens mainly, is that I'll have this one urge randomly, like every now and then. I want a telescope now, and then it would disappear the next day, so I never actually before that urge. But if I had a telescope, I would have went out and looked. But yeah, that's about it. And there was something else which happened yesterday. which related to the light thing, not to the light thing, but like the same like wariness, and it's something to do with growing, stuff growing. Like I kept on thinking stuff was growing. Like I was like, I swear it's getting bigger. Every time I look away, it gets bigger. You know, like but that was too early to think on that at the moment. Still fascinating me. Yeah, I don't know what I've just done.